Dr. Gardner here with one of our great patients. Wanted to talk to him briefly about symptoms, how he's doing, how he found us, and then kind of go from there. So tell me, how long would you say you've had trouble with your legs as far as swelling? And I know you had an episode of spontaneous bleeding.
As far as swelling, I was talking to my wife, it's gone back at least 10 years. It's just gradually been getting worse, and we just didn't notice.
Gotcha. And that's what most people say. It's a very insidious process. It starts and just over the years gets a little worse every year, and then all of a sudden you look down and you're like, wow, where are these big bulgy veins? Where are these skin changes from? It just happens so slowly, it creeps up on you. So you had an episode of bleeding. Is that what finally caused you to say, hey, I got to get in and do something about it?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay. Scared you a little bit?
Scared a lot, yeah. Scared a lot.
So spontaneous bleeding, honestly, it usually happens in the bathroom. You'd be amazed. We probably see one patient a month. They always describe it as a hog killing because there's just blood everywhere. They also describe it as spurting, and that's what's interesting about it. It's not arterial, but it's under so much pressure because of these incompetent veins that it actually looks arterial and can spurt. So it is. It's very, very scary. A lot of people end up in the ER. They get a stitch or they get compression wrap, and then they show up on our doorstep a couple days later. So tell me what's going on now as far as what has John done for you as far as your swelling?
I've been in the compression socks for about 2 weeks, and the swelling is gone.
Yeah. So tell me about that as far as, are they easy to get on? Is it improved your life?
When I was first putting them on, it did take a minute. I did break a sweat, but now that I'm used to it, it's just on and off really quick.
Perfect. With a little education about how to put on and take off these stockings, it's really not that hard. He's actually in a class 3 stocking, so a 20 to 30 is a class 1. And then you start going up from there, 30 to 40, 40 to 50. So he's in a very high compression. And like he said, he's able to take them on or put them on and take them off really easily, just because he's been educated about how to do it. And that's part of what we do, is educate you how to take care of yourself. All right, so we got your procedures coming up pretty quickly. Tell me, as far as that goes, what are your thoughts about that? We've discussed it in detail about trying to reduce this high pressure by getting rid of these incompetent veins.
If I said I wasn't nervous, I'd be lying. But I talked to my mom about it because she has gone through it with you, and I'm looking forward to it being over. I'm looking forward to getting my legs back.
Perfect. That's what we hear all the time. People are nervous when they come in. We don't do both legs at the same time. We start with the worst, and then usually we do the second one later. Most people are very nervous with the first one. After the first one, when we're done, they usually say that's it, because they were expecting something terrible, because they've been on the internet and they've seen horrible stories about these procedures. They're very straightforward, easy procedures as far as the patient's standpoint. I would just encourage you to think about it from a perspective of, hey, this is going to help my legs. But most people, when we're done with these procedures, they say, I'm glad I did it and I wish I'd done it years ago. So hopefully that's what we'll see. All right, thank you for watching, and don't forget to subscribe and like our channel. Thanks.